Hi, I'm Lisa Redfern, and this is Gingersnap, episode 30. I'm here in Bodenham with Ben Hunsberger, and he has just released a new CD called New Paint. Look at that. Yeah, pay no attention to the inversion.
The back of it, the middle of it.
He's also the president of the Maine Songwriters Association. So, Ben, I want you to talk a bit about your CD and let everybody know where they can get a hold of it, and just tell us a little bit more about
Sure.
who's on it and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, so this is a project that got started about 2 years ago when I decided that I didn't want to do a CD by myself again, which I've done in the past a lot. And so I started talking with Judd Caswell at Frog Hollow.
Judd.
Hi, Judd. And it immediately clicked. Felt like I'd have a good partner there, somebody to kind of give a lot of good ideas, as well as I'd heard recordings that he had made for people, and nice sound quality. Yeah,
he's great. Yeah.
So we started off recording things, and the other part of it was I really wanted to have other people playing on the record. And so I brought in Leopard Girls, which is Scott Woodruff and Chris Simpson and Hal Allers and Gary Lawless and myself. So there's several tracks with the full band there, which is really fun. And I just tapped a bunch of other people. Judd plays on it and sings some things. I'm going to forget people right now. Nancy Roderick plays a beautiful violin part on it. Fred Cantu plays a sax part.
Fred.
Yeah. We tapped into some of Judd's friends for bass and effects. Paul Benham. Who am I forgetting?
Heather Hardy.
Heather, oh my God, of course. Yeah, what a fantastic track that Heather does with us. So it was just really fun.
Yeah. That's great. Well, I was at the CD release concert, and it was fantastic. And really fun. It was really, and what a great place.
I know.
That was a really fun venue. So, Ben, where can they get your CD?
You can, of course, get it online. So it's at CD Baby. For the physical CD.
Yeah.
It's downloadable version through iTunes, Amazon, Bandcamp, and CD Baby. I understand it's on Spotify now, so if you do the Spotify thing,
if you do CD Baby, it's everywhere.
Exactly. And it's also locally right now. I have it at Gary Lawless's bookstore, the Gulf of Maine Books in Brunswick. I haven't done the Bull Moose thing yet, but I will probably get that done one of these days.
Yeah, good. That's great. So get yourself a copy of Ben's CD, and also a little plug for Judd. If you're looking for a studio, I've done 2 CDs now, working on my 3rd CD at Judd's, and third CD with him, and he's wonderful. And if you're looking for someone who's a wonderful listener and very intuitive and a great musician himself and a good co-producer and just a nice guy.
Real supportive.
Yeah.
It's no fun, though. It's really not fun working with
absolutely not.
It's a hateful experience. But other than that, yeah.
So why did you come to Maine, and why did you stay?
Yeah. Nancy and I, my wife Nancy and I, met in college, and her dad had moved to Maine, I think, while she was in high school. I had come to Maine a few times because I had an aunt and uncle who lived in Brunswick. It turned out that Nancy's father worked in Brunswick, so my aunt and uncle were in the same area, in fact, both in real estate, with my father-in-law. Long story short, after college, we kind of looked at things and said, well, we really don't want to stay in Delaware, and Maine's been a pretty nice place to go visit, so let's go up there for a while.
I wouldn't want to stay in Delaware either.
Yeah. I had a teacher's degree, and we looked at a map and said, well, that might be a good place. That might be a good just kind of ended up in Brunswick like that.
Well, you're in a sweet spot out here in Bodenham, too. Oh, my goodness.
It's been great. I love this town. This is wonderful.
So, do you know your first word? And if you don't, what do you think it might have been?
Oh boy. I don't know what it was. It probably would have had something to do with my older brother. I have 3 brothers.
Oh, that's right.
And
I've seen a picture of you.
Yeah, my older brother, took good care of me as a kid. And
Are you being sarcastic?
No. Well, I mean, he also beat me up, but but that's part of taking care of your brothers, You gotta do that.
Yes, indeed. So. Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my first word was cookie. So that's one of the reasons we're going to have a cookie.
Okay.
These are called the Metropolitan.
Mm-hmm.
They have all kinds of good stuff in them. There's sea salt. There's just go while I'm describing it. Go ahead and bite into that.
Okay.
There are cranberries. There are ground oats and chocolate chips and sea salt. And these are from. Hold on, let me take a bite first.
Oh wow!
Oh my gosh!
Holy cow!
Oh, it's so.
Okay, I'm having fun.
Wow.
This is pretty good.
These are so buttery.
And
oh my goodness.
That's pretty good.
Mm.
Okay, I'm skipping dinner tonight. That's good. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh! Wow, these are really chewy. So,
wow.
These are a recipe from Sandra at the Union Street Cafe, which opened last June. I had not been in there until today. I highly recommend it. This is.
And that's Brunswick.
I know I say this a lot. It's Brunswick.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've said this before, and I'm saying it now. This is one of the best cookies I've ever had.
That is really a good cookie.
Oh my god! Wow. Well,
yeah.
This might be.
I like that salt with the chocolate.
Well, feel free to keep
going.
Oh my god! That cookie! Look at those! Oh my gosh! Okay, so Ben, thank you, Sandy. Sandra, it might be Sandra. My mom's name was Sandra, but everyone called her Sandy. So, anyway, did you have a car in your childhood or your young adulthood that you loved, and if you could get back, you would?
Yeah. I learned to drive on a VW Bug. And
that's perfect.
It was just so cool. I mean, it just had their tiny little motors that they had, air-cooled motors.
In the front, right? I mean, in the back.
No, it was in the back. It was
that's
in the back.
What I meant.
Yeah, I knew that's what you meant. Front, back. But it was fun. I mean, it was terrifying to learn to drive it. My dad took me out the first time, and very shortly after we got started, we had a red light at the bottom of a gigantic hill, and we were on the hill, and so I immediately had to learn how to stall the car and get the car going. Oh my God. But it was great, It was right when I was learning to drive, and so that's the car that I bopped around in.
That's great. What color?
It was light blue. That was...
Light blue? They did a lot of the light blue ones.
They did a ton of light blues.
I feel like when I think of a VW Bug, I think of light blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of your dogs wants in on this. So is there a book that you have found yourself recommending a lot in the last several years?
Not that I've recommended a lot, but there have been a couple that I have certainly found really engaging.
Yeah.
One that took me a while to get into recently, but ended up being really good was Boys in the Boat. Have you?
I don't know that.
I did not expect to like it, but everybody kept telling me that I need to read it. Mm-hmm. It's a true story about the University of Washington rowing team back in the 20s, 30s, 20s and 30s, I guess. And it follows a couple of the kids who grew up and became part of this team, which apparently even to this day was like the rock star rowing team. And I don't know anything about rowing. I have nieces and nephews who row, but that's the extent of my rowing. But this is really a neat story that ends up, they go to the Olympics in Germany with Hitler, and there's a lot of drama that's tied up in it, and you know.
Who wrote that?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oops. Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah, right. You know, I read off Kindles all the time, and so I'm lucky if I even know the title of the book. It's just sort of like
I've
never there.
Used a Kindle yet. That's the old-fashioned
I read more when I use a Kindle, but I have this problem where I don't open it and see the cover and the author. Right. So it's a problem.
So is there a song or an album that over the years has sort of been like a leitmotif or just something that brought you back to you when you felt lost or that you keep coming back to, I think is my...
Yeah. Probably the first Jackson Browne record, sometimes called Saturate Before Using, because that was sort of what was on the cover. Was the original album I had actually was a little furry kind of a thing, but it's a really wonderful record with a lot of really great musicians on it. Well, actually not that many, but they're all really great. And that record and those songs, you know, high school, and they just really they really spoke to where I was, and you know, I mean, it was his first record. I was just listening to the radio, really getting started doing that. Like the FM radio was the way that you heard people those days, and that was, you know, I still listen to that record. It's a great record.
I know Jackson Browne's some of his early records, but I don't know that I actually know that one very well.
It's, you know, Rock Me on the Water, Doctor My Eyes, Jamaica Say You Will is one of my favorite ones. Yeah. Cool. Something Fine. Really sweet songs. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So, if a movie was made about Ben Hunsberger's life,
we won't have to worry about that.
What genre would it be, and who do you think they'd cast as you, and who would you like to have them cast as
it would be a porn movie, of course.
folk porn?
Folk porn, yeah. Is there such a thing?
I don't know.
That's
but
really
there could be. That would be funny.
Yeah.
Or maybe not at all.
Right. I don't... Who would they have play me? You know, as the porn star, I don't know.
Oh my God.
You know? It's a scary thought, Lisa. I don't know.
Okay, other than that, what genre would it be? Adventure, action adventure, rom-com?
No, I
historical fiction.
I like that.
Documentary?
No, it's not a documentary. No, it probably
dramedy.
Well, you know,
trying to throw you a bone here.
I know. I almost hate to say it. It possibly could be a musical.
Perfect.
You know, but there's a lot of not good musical movies, so I don't know. That's probably why they won't make it. They'd be going, oh, well, it was going to be a musical, but we're not doing those anymore.
Okay. So I'm going to enlist the friends and family of Ben Hunsberger who are going to watch this at some point in the next couple of days. I hope. I'm just, you know, this is going to go up on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, and just send us, you know, your who do you think should play this guy, and what genre do you think it would be?
Exactly. That should be an interesting questionnaire.
So once again, here, you gotta get that. I don't remember which one was which, but
yeah. Okay.
Anyway, once again, our cookies were from the Union Street Cafe, and they are a recipe called the Metropolitan, or they're a cookie called the Metropolitan from a recipe by Sandra, who's the owner.
Oh, man. And
she said a friend went to New York City and had a cookie that had these ingredients in it, and she said you got to make that cookie when you have your bakery, your cafe. And so she made these, and these are called the Metropolitan. I highly recommend.
Oh yeah.
This is really truly, I'm not kidding, one of the best cookies I've ever had.
Oh.
Okay, once again, you can find Ben's music at CD Baby, and you can just Google him, right?
Yeah. My website will get you in the right place.
Google you. Yeah, what's your website? Just Ben. Is it Ben Hunsberger? Oh my God, I can't. Ben
You see, it's a cookie talking.
It's a cookie talking.
It's no, it's welcomefarmmusic.com.
Oh, see, I'm glad you said that.
But if you do Google Ben Hunsberger music, it'll
come up.
You'll find it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, this has been episode 30 of Gingersnap. And anything else you want to say to the good folks out there on this fine February?
Does everybody know that this is all backwards stuff?
I don't know.
You have to tell them this. She's holding this up backwards when she holds it up.
I don't know that. See, see that guitar? I'm backwards. You think I'm sitting there?
So this is actually the other side of my face.
This ear is actually this ear.
It is.
All right. I'm Lisa Redfern. This has been Gingersnap 30, a conversation and a cookie with a creative Mainer. I'll see you next week. And this has been Gingersnap.